Reality often more shocking than anything contrived by television. We may not have an out-of-control OJ to shock us, but Australian TV is a long way from being tame, pioneering some of the more outrageous moments in televised history anywhere. Margaret McKinnon reports.
For programs that are far the best, it's Channel 7 station.
No, it's no use.
It's not a question of morality. I don't see anything wrong or dirty in what we do when we're together.
Here in Australia, we were absolutely pioneers in terms of breaking taboos on television.
I thought I recognised that voice.
What the hell are you doing here?
Same as you. Having a massage.
And hurry up, we've only got an hour.
Throughout the 70s, Australian viewers were treated to the most explicit television in the world, and no other show pushed the boundaries than Number 96.
Number 96 in 1972 was just mind-blowing stuff for people who'd never seen anything like that. Within the first few weeks of it being on air, they'd covered topics such as rape and drugs and homosexuality, and the viewers really responded to it. They were shocked, but they couldn't stop watching.
Please, don't touch me.
We invited television critic and writer Andrew Mercado to select some of his most shocking TV moments.
I want you.
I'm a homosexual.
We're the first country in the world with Number 96 to have a sympathetic gay character on TV.
I thought you knew about Bruce and me.
And while we were making that, the Americans were doing the Brady Bunch.
Huh?
You filthy, filthy, dirty little queer.
There goes my date with Doug.
After the success of Number 96, Crawford Productions set about out-raunching its predecessor with The Box.
In the very first episode, they had an underage schoolgirl seducing the host of a television variety show, and they also had Judy Nunn playing a bisexual who was in television's first ever lesbian kiss.
I didn't mind at all doing the first lesbian kiss on Australian television. I just found it very, very funny, and Helen and I couldn't stop laughing because we were both pretty straight birds.
Nothing shook up the TV landscape more than a show about women behind bars.
You shut up. Talking about it won't bring her back.
And there was a lot of lesbian content. In fact, Frankie Doyle, played by Carol Burns, became the breakout star of the show, and she was really what you would describe as a very butch dyke and potentially scary.
Like to play it a bit rough, don't you? Please, Frankie. Shove off, Doreen. Shove off.
But in actual fact, the fans really, really responded to that character.
How tall was Dick?
Oh, Dick's about 6'7".
Big Dick.
What would this list be without the infamous crow call from the late king of Australian television, Graham Kennedy?
You know, it was one thing for us to take our clothes off on TV back in the 70s, but it was another thing to use four-letter words. So we were still quite prudish when it came to language, but if you were completely stark naked, apparently that was okay.
The door! Close the door!
How about sex?
In this next shocking moment, another TV icon, Bert Newton, made an unintended racial slur in the presence of greatness, or should we say, the greatest.
I like the boy.
But the night that Bert Newton mistakenly called Muhammad Ali boy during the Logies telecast, he was quite unaware of the racial overtones of that comment. But yeah, it certainly made a lot of people in the audience gasp, and indeed a lot of people watching at home.
No, wait a minute, just a minute. Let me finish what I'm going to say, and then you can talk, all right? Okay, Don.
If only the amazing Randy's psychic powers were working on this night in 1983, he would have seen stroppy Don Lane's famous dummy spit coming, the lanky Yank losing it in this interview with the visiting stage magician and skeptic, James Randi.
We don't usually see our nice genial TV hosts actually lose it like that. They usually wait for the commercial break. But in this case, Don lost it and told the guy where to go.
Buddy, we're going for a commercial break, and you can off. We'll be back with Diana Trash.
You're a low rat, Ron. You really are a low rat.
Midday show host Ray Martin didn't know what hit him or who hit whom when Normie Rowe took Ron Casey to task over comments made during a Republican debate.
Stop it! Hang on. He's not going to push me.
The last thing you expect to see on daytime TV is fisticuffs. And when Normie Rowe and Ron Casey started belting each other in front of Ray Martin on the Midday show, that was one of TV's most shocking moments because it was completely unexpected.
And that's what he deserved and that's what he got. And if he tries it again, he'll get it again.
What's with what you're wearing, girl?
In season 1, the Australian Idol judges quickly gained notoriety for their caustic comments.
You should choose more appropriate clothes or shed some pounds. I'm sorry.
A cruel dressing down to be sure, but Dicko's remarks about contestant Paulini Corovelli's weight brought a new level of reality to Australian television.
With what you're wearing.
And I think because reality TV was a fairly new phenomenon at that stage, I don't think we were quite prepared for the fact that reality TV was going to be as nasty as that.
Whoever convinced you to wear that, I wouldn't listen to him again.
But with the advent of pay television and reality shows like Big Brother, Andrew says the best or worst, depending on where you sit, is yet to come.
I don't think there's any going back now. I think that Australian TV for adults is probably going to get raunchier than ever.
Sexual references, adult themes.
Can I make it any clearer?
Dude, you just said that's a sin.
And nudity.
I think that's the most disgusting thing you've ever said to me.
It all makes you realise how far we've come and wonder where we'll go. Marguerite McKinnon reports.